Hello, good evening. Uh, Welcome to Trading Maze. This is today's June 17th, Tuesday. Let's start our day. Sorry, let's start our analysis. We have took some trades in the morning. I'll share you with them. I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, a little bit, a little choppy today. That's fine. Let me just connect my earphone. Let's start from daily analysis, right? So, daily pay, let's see what's happening. So, daily ka, let's see what's happening. Daily pay, there is a trend line also that we've drawn a couple days ago. It seems to be working quite well. See that we didn't seem to get touch out of it, if you know what I mean. But it is a trend line trade. Like it's a trend line. It's taking support from there. Today, from the start, let's go on the start. Yesterday ka closing. Yesterday didn't close below this, which is a risk is not a engulfing candle, or we didn't have an engulfing candle, or rather we didn't have a order block below, because we didn't have closing below this, so we didn't have that as well. So that's good. But this is market structure, no? 400 pin. One day pay we have market structure. If you observe it, it's aligned with this line. I'm getting a point. That's a market structure trade. We could see that in lower time frames, and we know that we can identify it a little bit better what we are currently in the one day time frame. It's just we can see if there's a week forming. There's a lot happening in that week, right? So, there's that, and I have drawn this properly. This way seems fine. So this was a trend line that was been following. So I think gold is fundamentally bullish. Yesterday also it should have seen a bullish move, but yesterday we didn't, because it took resistance from 450 level, as I was telling you. That. Yes, we had that also planned, right? 450 ka. Let's have a bigger line. Yeah, there it is. So one day pay. So if you see this candle, what is this? This is what is this candle called? This is this is okay, where we have opening and closing both at the same level. This is I, there's a name for this candle, right? I simply forgot what it is. So this candle, what it suggests is there is no certainty in buying or selling. So right, if the closing and opening are in the same, almost in the same region, it is uncertain. Why is it uncertain? Let's deep dive into the analysis. Market opened here. Okay, that's fine. I think it opened the gap up opening we had, a little bit of gap up opening, and we were discussing about a magic block trade, right? So I'll show you that as well. And we didn't have quite a good day today because market was consolidating, of course, and the levels we've drawn, they were just turned into a scalping trades or risk free. So what does this is market is uncertain of where it wants to go at this point. I mean, there could be consolidation. Tomorrow can also be consolidation, but I don't think tomorrow will be because we have news tomorrow. Do we have news? Let me check. Today we had a news actually, which was negative to USD, and I was surprised that USD was, despite negative news on USD, it was still in going up trend. I did not know why. There must be a reason. We'll have to see why that is. But as we know that it has been uptrend, but that does suggest gold should go downtrend. So see, here is a situation scenario I'm telling you. When DXY is bullish, right, and gold is also bullish. I've talked about this before as well. So what happens is market consolidates. See, DXY is going up, gold wants to go up. Now there is a clash between these two. What does this tell us is the when DXY is moving up. So, but when you have even smaller downside move on DXY for let's say for 5 minutes or 15 minutes, you'll see gold roar up. I'll show you in the charts only that you will understand much better. Today also it happened. Uh, so I'll show you that, but keep in mind this one because I'm going to take this off, take it off this Fibonacci level. This is the low at 290, 290 level per low, and swing high at 451, 450, 451. Why am I marking this level? Is today we have achieved the 50% level, which we take resistance or supports from. So that's what happened. That it could be a trend line wala, or more probably it could be this 50% and 50 to 60% the level. So that just gave gold a little bit uh, to be able to cope with the DXY, even though it's going uptrend a lot because it's up 0. If you can see the screen, 0.5% it up. It's up 0.5%, which is pretty good for it. See the candle today. This is the candle from the today. You see, it has broken. If it closes below above this, this becomes order block, and it does show that DXY could change. It could have a change of character at at a small time frame, of course, because it's been in downtrend for a quite long time. So from 14th Jan onwards, it's been downtrend. So we had a support here. This could be a support. Taking this liquidity, this could be a support in the extra. So that does suggest gold can turn bearish, but we're still at a level where it's this at this point we can't say it might have a good green candle. Then it can take resistance from order blocks. There are a lot of order blocks here. This also we have a crazy reaction. This one we could take resistance from that 100 level we have. We could take rejection from that. A lot of things could happen that can give gold an upward move. So if gold wants to move upward, it can easily if it wants to. Whenever let's say the DXY in 15-minute time frame, if you observe it closely, please observe this 8 o'clock from 5:45. We've seen uptrend in DXY. After 8 o'clock, we have these candles which show a little bit downtrend. If you go on to the gold at the same time frame, at the same time, you'll observe what has happened. So 8:15. See, there's that correlation that always exists, which suggests say 8 pair. We had a good upward candle. This candle we had in the XY. That is why we have this much big candle in gold. But it did not close below this level, right? If it closed below this level, we have a double change of character, but change of character happened over here. I took a trade from here. I'll tell you what was the intuition behind that. This is the change of character. Change of character happened in this candle only. In this candle it happened. This bada candle. So because see gold was trying to push its way up. Because if it wasn't giving us clear indication of selling. It hasn't been giving the clear indication of selling at all. See, clear indication of selling, what would it look like? But here it is. See, if in 15 minutes, okay, you could say, okay, this is a good candle. It's a good auto block has formed here, so you could sell from here. From here, this is fine. But if you see here, where it should take support, it has closed above this level. But if it closed below this level, then we could have entered into a trade, saying we have a double change of character, and we have a change of character. Uh, then we can enter a trade in the next 15 minutes. But it didn't do that. But because of DXY increasing enormously, we have this candle which took liquidity at these levels. This liquidity got taken, and more importantly, I was checking the charts, and 66, 366, there is no important level at 366. If you go back, what is 366 at? 366 doesn't have more significance. But why did we have a move from there? Why did we have move from there if it's not that significant at all? If this is where the Fibonacci enters the chart and shows you what it is. See, here we didn't hit the 50% level. It came quite close to that and it bounced back. But here it gave a 50% and 60% level and it bounced back. It didn't close below this, right? That is our trade actually, but we should have a stop loss in 60%. But daily time frame we could have this trade. Still, what I'm trying to tell you is, okay, this trend line. Let's see this trend line. I'm not putting it right. Okay, so we are right. So that is not a trend line trade. Because in lower time frames, you can see that closings pay. I should have it at closings. Whenever you're using higher time frames, let's delete this. Whenever you're drawing these um, these trend lines in higher time frames, mind that in lower time frames, uh, let the trend line be on openings and closings. mostly on closings. So I will just concentrate on the closings. Quite far away from what we thought. In 15 minutes we could get that. Let's say in 1 hour if we can get straight line from there. This is different. Mm, I'm trying to pinpoint it, but we can't definitely do that when you're analyzing it. So that in future we can have this as a help. Let's say as the longer the as higher points touching it in higher time frames. Hmm. So it is following a trend line. The problem is it is following a trend line. So in 1 hour time frame. So, but when you go into lower time frames, you see closing happening below this, below this, below this. Is this trend line in 1 day time frame? Maybe 1 hour is the that's like a base thing that you can look for. So when we have trend lines in 1 hour and 4 hours, I look at 15 minutes and 15-minute closings to see if we can have a retrace back. Right, if we could something close, if this trend line is being following, it got broken. Broken matlab it goes below this level. Right? I will below this level in what time frame? If it is a trend line in 1 hour or 4 hours, I will look for a 15-minute closing below this level. So in the same way, if it's doing it in the 1 day time frame, it's probably best for us to look at 1 hour and 4 hour closings. I think that is how we should look at it. Then we can't pinpoint it, of course. It's very difficult to pinpoint this. I was trying and I couldn't pinpoint it. It is that level 50% and 60% is there, and the trend line is breaking. So 70 say we could have bought. That is too maybe because there are fair value gaps here. I would have loved to buy from here if it has come back to 60. Actually, I had drawn a little something here. I think in my phone is a great level to buy at this point. The 60K level, we have a good level. I'll show you that as well. So that is what I'm trying to tell you about the trend lines, how to draw those trend lines, and how to understand them. Because I am analyzing them, and I found this out. So 15-minute. What are we talking about? 4 hour. Let's see. We were talking about the DXY, right? So DXY, that is how today was, has given us a good bullish movement from the day up onwards. Gap up opening we had, and some liquidity happening. Liquidity, and we have a very good upside, which can push gold to have. See, gold is see, even though DXY has increased this much, what is gold doing? Gold is staying stable because it's incredibly bullish even at this point. It doesn't want to come down. At this point of time, it's better not to trade, right? So We took a very less trade today because the XY was increasing and we're looking bullish in gold. I, I could have seen bearish gold, but there was no point of that looking it to be bearish because I can see supports forming. I can see this. So the resistance is I can see the supports forming and trend lines trend lines being followed. So I couldn't look for a selling trade rather than selling scalps. I took selling scalps today. We took yeah. Let's talk about yesterday's trade. But until today cut trade and yesterday cut trades. Let's talk about them because we had placed this trade yesterday. Problem with this almost got our stop loss. But let me tell you what's the beauty about this trade and magic block also. This is a magic block, right? The magic block below magic block we didn't close. If you see the closing, magic block के नीचे we didn't have a closing, which is a good sign. But see how much variance it had. So let me just clear some things in my chart. Remember, this is the 50% level. Let's draw a line there. Because Fibonacci is always very annoying to have. It's a lot of colors and lot of numbers to see. I'm gonna just delete this. 60% colors have. Let's have a trend line as well. And let's see if let me tell you one thing. If it comes back to 60%, आंख बांध के take this trade. I'll update the entries and all, but you can take this trade without any hesitation. It's a great trade. 60% level, and we have an order block here, which is already satisfied. But we could look for order blocks in the lower time frames, and we could take a trade with a high quantity also, because I'm very good about this trade. But be aware that it should be when DXY is falling, right? So that is good. If DXY is falling and gold seem to have found support at that point, and that is a beautiful trade. So we could stay out of trouble and stay out of manipulation. That is what I'm saying. So mm, one day 4 hour pay challenge. The 4 hour pay is a little more clear that we are consolidating, right? I can remove this. So and then we take this out. Yes, not very clear, but clear than before. Yes, also let me clear. If you have any important levels, you should mark before taking the. This is fine. So see, 4 hour pay what we have a gap up today ka, if you see today's 17, I actually have a 4 hour quarter block. Yeah, with a very big region this one, 423 to 411, almost more than 100 pips. Let's mark that region. Some other curve. Yeah, yeah, let's mark that. So this was the order block that formed on yesterday. Yesterday it formed an order block. Good closing towards downside. We took some trades here, and this is here we have another order block. We should be satisfied, and it has satisfied. with this block, this yellow locker block, it has satisfied. Then when it's fine, it should go down. What happened is gold is bullish, and it's 50% level. Yeah, 50% level pair. Even though DXY was decreasing, I told you that gold is bullish, but DXY was decreasing, increasing. Uh, it's pushing gold down, but we also had what? We also had 50% level. Only because we had both of this, we have a gigantic upside move at these levels, 60-65 level pair. Actually, I took another trade. I'll tell you that as well. I took like I take trades in this way. I'll have some quantities, 30%, 20%, 50% quantities spread out, uh, because uh, uh, because I'm testing it out what will work and what will not work, and I'll have some of the probability set out to them. If I think something is going to happen 100%, then I go with 100% quantity. If I know something is going to happen, only I'm sure only like it might happen. DXY might not be with us, so it might happen, might not happen. I will decrease my quantity. Maybe I'll go 80%, 70%. Depends. So that is how I manage my risk, and I'll always be risk free in every trade except scalping trades. It's pointless to be risk free in that. So uh, in scalping trades it should be fast. If it isn't fast, just cut it at break even. That's what I believe. Scalping should be like that. And as we go forward, consolidation, Tuesday consolidation. Monday we have movement, but Tuesday we had consolidation. But if you deep dive into that consolidation, you could you had find some trades, but not bigger profits. That is what I'm saying. Consolidation doesn't give us bigger profit because as you as you can see, the high swing highs and swing lows are just above these levels, below these levels. So 403, the region being 403 and 2 between 370 to 403. It's a 300 pipka region. We could have some 100 pips trades, but still it's risky, and it depends upon how you're thinking at that situation. So see, after this, what we had an order block form, bullish, bearish order block. So this candle has formed. This is a green candle. Then we had this this candle where opening and closing are the same, and after that we have closing over here, which made this an order block. You know what order block is, right? So this order block where we had test, and we have, as this is an order block, it should have what it should have. It should have another. It should take resistance from it, or at least show it took resistance. How will it how will it do that? By forming a red candle, right? See, the concept is very clear. See, this is uh, this is a green candle. Whenever something closes below it, matlab bearish candle we have below this becomes order block. This becomes order block, and it becomes resistance. Whenever it comes back to these levels, this becomes resistance. This whole region becomes resistance. So when it came, actually we could have taken a trade. I mean, I would have selling trade. Let's see in lower time frames as well. So if you analyze it in this way, you will have more intuition than most of the people trading. So this candle, we had a closing below this. This became order block. Now it tested this, and it came to this point 400. Okay, 400. Nice, 400 pay took resistance. Finally, we were talking about 400 being a resistance. It took a 400 ka resistance. Then what happened? Then we have a red candle, like we should, because it should take resistance from this. Now as the red candle has been formed, this order block is fulfilled. Now it has no need to fill any any resistances from here. This can close above this. You understand what I'm telling you? This candle, what we currently in, which has 3 hours 38 minutes left, it could close above this, and that would be like it's following price action. You're getting my point, right? So let's see if we have some trades. Oh boy, we just missed it. Oh, we just missed it. I should have an alert over here. This order block thing. If somebody is has taken this trade, nice trade. This is a nice trade. We will have that is fine target. The bigger stop loss because the order block is quick. We might have. Thinking if we could enter this trade. Let me see price action and stand. If this 50-minute closes above this level, we have a change of character. Then we could look for more aggressive buy entries. As I told you, in 4 hours, we just saw it satisfied whatever order block it has to satisfy. So now it's free to go in 4 hours. In a lower time frames, let's check what is happening. So 50-minute way, it still has resistance. This order block is satisfied. So yeah, very less resistance than I think. Let's see if we could have a little bit more, little bit better buying level. But this is a quite good level. I know people are even this free at this point. Mhm. I'm sorry we missed this trade. It's a market structure as well. Hmm. I must. What were we doing at this point? Actually, okay. I was scalping the selling, so I just ignored it. Market structure. You see that, right? So even though this all does tell us the gold is trying to go up. It's very obvious. It's a great trade. We shouldn't have missed that. We should see here we have a change of character that has happened in 5 minutes, not 15 minutes, but 5 minutes. We have a change of character at this point, and even now we have a change of character test as well. That was perfect. That was good. Let's see if this closes. This 15-minute closes above this, or 5-minute closes above this. It's a good indication of we can go into buys. Let's see. This order block is fulfilled. Yes. Then this order block is block This auto block is fulfilled as well. These auto blocks, these two auto blocks always find their intersection and create. That was pretty easy. Um, yes, no resistances for it. No, nothing is stopping it except itself. DX5, yeah. I guess the only stopper for a gold is DX5. See how steeper the curve is. Even though we have this kind of movement in DX5, gold is showing this much movement. See why this is happening. I mean, when you normally see it, it must consolidate, right? But DX5, I told you that it will consolidate. Why this is happening? Because it hit a level, a 50% level in what? In 1 day time frame. 1 day time frame, if it hit that, you understand that 1 day is going to be closing in a few hours. So 1 day time frame where if you look at it, is even a small reaction. Buyers are sitting there. Even a small reaction from 1 day time frame could give a move like this. 1 day time frame. See, that is why if Fibonacci is forming in 1 day time frame, I just go for scalps of hundreds and two hundreds of pips, because 1 day pay it's actually nothing. Hundreds and 200 pips, it's just a move, it's just a reaction in the 1 day time frame. So this is considered just a reaction for in the 1 day time frame. This is because it hit the 50% level. As it hit the 50% level, it got reaction from there. So that's why we have this buffer as well, because buyers are sitting buyers are sitting at 50 to 60% level. They entered whenever they want to enter, right? So 1 day time frame pay, we don't have from here only you have to enter 50% to anti karma as a which means. So that is why we have this buffer as well. 1 day time frame. But closing is very important. Closing is 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 15-minute pay. It didn't close. We should 1 day pay Fibonacci, 15-minute pay closing. Uh, you should actually check 1 hour per closing. And of course, if 15 minute में नहीं हुआ तो definitely 1 hour is not going to happen. Right? It's pretty obvious. So 5 minutes पे 5 minutes पे what I was saying. Yes, 5 minutes पे we're just seeing this is a 50% level. It tested that level again, the 50% level. Maybe some of the buyers who didn't buy, and this is a good trade actually. But my just my take profit for my selling was below this level. So I know it would go below that level, but I know it won't go below these levels because a lot of buyers are sitting there. So I'm pretty confident that see this buying just tips you off, right? Gold is bullish, but when you see this selling came so long, I mean, so long after, even though DXY was increasing from so long, it came only for 3 candles. Then, as fast as DXY gave a little bit downside move, we have this much big upside, which is bigger than 3 falling candles we have. That is just how it is. So, what else? 15-minute pay. 15-minute pay closing. Let's see what will happen. I want it to close above this. 10 seconds to go. Let's hope it closes above this. 3, 2, 1. It close. I think it closed below it, no? gold always does this. It closes at least same same as this high or below that, but gives upward moves anyway. It always does this because it wants to manipulate you, right? Market wants to manipulate you, and I still have this resistance. It will still have resistance from this. We should form an order block at this point, maybe, or we could see a downside move also. But in all the presence I'm saying, gold will go up. At least the 50% reaction should be a little bit more than that. So this is what move in 1 day level. If you see, this is nothing. This is not even a big move that has been given. At least you should come to these levels, 409 or even 420. These levels to show 50% of the reaction here. Here. So uh, very it's a it's a perfect trade, but we missed, and let's not do that. We're seeing different time frames. It got missed by us. Never again. Uh, Even though this is a 1:2 cut rate, so most people will avoid that. I think, I don't know, but actually 1:2 trades, 1:1 trades have high win rate ratio. High win ratio. They should have a high win ratio. Not like you think I'm keeping 1:1 trade. Matlab I will win. No, not like that. It should have a high win ratio. Then only you can say you can have a 1:1 error. And what else? Today analysis, today trades we'll discuss now. Opening happened here. In 4 hours we saw 4 hour pay, 4 open nothing. I was telling the order block, so it has no resistance. It can go up. This candle can close above this. So that's something to look for, or it could just be stay here for a while. But it has to liquidity. It could. It has a potential to go up. So 1 hour pay, if you look at 1 hour, uh, have we covered this fair value? This sorry, this order block. See, this order block has been covered by this red candle. We understand this at the minute level. When you understand what's happening behind this. This is a order block. After this closing, then it tested that this region, and it fell from here. It gave a red candle, which it should give. Then we have a then what we have? We have 375 pay. 375 is a good level, good support level. 375 pay we had a upside move. It happened in the London session. Actually, we took trade here. I'll show you that trade. And after that, we had resistance. I don't think it's kind of resistance. It's done. It happened because of DXY. DXY was bullish, so it had to show bearish nature. Gold had to show it. So it's shown it. It showed itself. It so after this, where was the closing? 4:30 ka candle was this. 5:30 ka candle was this, and 6 by we had news. So where is that candle? That candle is him in here, the consolidating candle. So no, I mean it was news was against USD, but still it was rising. So that is why I think people were confused in gold as well. Well, gold is bullish, and see after this, what happened? It took a resistance from these levels. It's much choppier in 1 hour than 4 hours, right? What is this? This is to analyze this also. It's taking a lot of strength. In 15 minutes, we could see a little bit clearly because these peaks are super unknown at the moment. And I'm just saying that 50% the level in 1 day time frame, it took liquidity all it needs, it will go up. That is what you need to know. It's all choppiness. It had a lot of liquidity formed. A lot of liquidity were taken. And fair value, little bit fair value up here was covered. Even though here it's still there, maybe maybe in future it will come. Maybe after breaking some trend lines. So we had this trend line. This was yesterday coming. This was today coming. So today we had a trend line trade. Okay, what trend line was this? Hmm. Yesterday we drawn this trend line trade. So I don't know how many people took this trade. It's a trend line in 4 hour, 1 hour. What is this? Trend line? Okay, so we'll put plus T in 4 hours. Let's see what's happening. Okay, 30 minute you can see that it's a trend line. Uh, 15 minute it could be a little bit clear. Yes, this was the SS trend line that I was telling you about. Yesterday I also told you Fibonacci. If you remember Fibonacci manipulation, Fibonacci manipulation, I told you that. See this Fibonacci manipulation. I told you yesterday. Let me take clear chart. So I'm confused right now. Hide all the drawings. Now it's a little bit clear. So yesterday where were we? Yesterday this was what happened. So I was telling you ki, uh, to increase or to give a Fibonacci. Fibonacci, let's draw Fibonacci. Okay, it's coming back. Okay, yeah. Let's have a new. I need to create the plan. Maybe I should know. Maybe we should create a plan. I'll do that. I'll do that after the stream. From tomorrow, we can have the replays also. What I'm trying to tell you is this was the trend line. Fibonacci we were talking about. Fibonacci let's see in a different chart. It's fine. This was the chart. Fibonacci what I was telling you is this was the last high. So let me draw Fibonacci. Telling you this was the last known swing low, right? What I was trying to tell you was it didn't hit the 60% level as I told you yesterday. So I told you it will show that it has hit the 60% level, even it didn't. How will it show us? By creating lower support. See, voila. How is it? I told you guys in yesterday's stream. We could have predicted this. We have predicted this. This is a very easy trade that could have been done in the morning, 9 o'clock. Actually, I did took a little scalp, but I felt so bad that even I pinpointed it. but we didn't pick this trade. I told yesterday the concept was clear, right? What I was telling is it was like a new concept that was forming, but I was right. I can say this here. When it didn't hit this after swing low being this, and it closed above 50% level, but it still didn't hit the 60% level. I knew for a reason that the next support is gonna be at a level where that 60% it will have already hit that. See, it will have already, it has shown you key, it has hit that level. Even though it didn't, after taking support, it should hit that. But to show us key 50%, 60% some resistance is happening, so that is where that support is. That was a very incredible strategy that could have been formed. It was 74 to 95, 200 pips we could have captured. That was a beautiful analysis there. And after that, what we had, that's something else also, right? See this swing high and swing low. Let's talk about this for a moment. They still are showing you that 50%, 60% level above. So we could have, if you think of it as a low time frame or a 5 minute time frame, you think that maybe we will have a resistance at here, because 50% we don't seem to have any resistance, but 60% pay can still have a resistance. So at this point, I think our trade has been complete. This scalp was our visualization, right? Got my point. The scalp, you could have just pinpointed it. See, could have could pinpointed to this level, 75 level, and 75 is a good support level. It could be a good support level, and it is this. So after that, we would have a little bit buffer. Just give a 10 pips of drawdown for us. We would have kept our stop loss below this. Actually, I did give this trade no, yesterday. Yesterday, yes, we did give this trade, but I don't, I didn't see at that time. Must be looking because I'm making changes at the laptop, and I'm looking at the mobile in a whole new different way. I'm kind of missing my analyzations there. But this is the analyzation I'm talking about. This could have been a very good trade. See, below this level, we could have, let's say, fair value gap also we could have. So actually, this was fair value gap cover. The 66K is actually fair value gap cover. Let's keep that in mind. It was a fair value gap cover. So I can fair value gap cover pay. We didn't have a lot of trades. I didn't see a lot of trades in the past. Maybe this could be a new strategy that Gold is currently implementing. But I don't. That could be it. But we're concerned about this pinpointing that it below these levels. See, if you're pinpointing that, if it closes below this, you know you have to get out because you have done something wrong, right? But if you don't, if you if you don't do that, then that will be uh, L risk management. So you have a good risk management. So we pinpointed it to 74, 75, 74. It went to 74, and let's say we had 20, 30 pips for stop loss, or at least wait for this this not to close here, then what was a great trade in the morning. That is what I'm telling you. These analyzations are so important. You could look for this fair value gap to cover. And it happened. See, it did happen. Fair value gap ka. Our target did hit, but after a very long time, it, it even tested the our entry level. Then it got it hit the take of it. If somebody is taking this trade, then who is risk free and they have good confidence about this trade, they could have added the quantity here and their their TP would have been hit. That's a good way to look at it. Hmm. Yeah, that was a good trade. That is the Fibonacci manipulation that I was trying to show you. Let's have names for all of these strategies so that we can remember one by one what does it mean. Like the magic block, this this Fibonacci manipulation we have. These are all these could be big trades, or we could scalp at least 100 or 200 from them, which is quite good. So I think our target got hit now. 100 was the target. Yes. I mean, we are not on this trade, but if we had, this would be the target, ideally. But change of character. We have change of character here, which is much more important than the trade we are in. The trade that we are seeing here. We have a change of character. That suggests should take bullish entries. Maybe pop down into some lower time frames. Could take from here 85 pe. If it comes back to 85 now, we could take buying trade. But at this point, it's almost. Let me plug in my charger. Sorry for that. So what were we talking about? Yes, that yes, we could enter. Gold is bullish, super bullish, but DXY is pushing it down. You know, my God, DXY is 65%, 0.65% up. And that is why we are seeing this happening here. But that does tell you that we could have gold can go to a downside. See, from change of character level also we are having a little reaction. So these things, when you're looking at a 1 day time frame level, then it will give us this jo this reaction which it gave. It is a very big amount in 1 day time frame, right? So that is what this is. Why it happened so fast? Why the reaction was so fast and so big? Is because that if the 50% level was not there at that point, gold would have gone much more lower than that. Gold would have gone to at least these levels, these levels. We have already marked these levels. We would have definitely gone to these levels, which is 350, and which are great buying levels. From here, I'm willing to buy 350 pair at this magic block, and an order block as well. Good. A fair value gap cover we have. After fair value gap cover, we could take a good trade. We have this order block to be fulfilled as well. This was the order block I was talking. No, this was the order block we could take trades from, but it's 5 minute, so it's little bit sharper than 15 minute. That means you have to be careful while doing the trading. So if it comes back to this level, we can buy these two levels. Maybe buy after confirmation. That could have happened today only if it wasn't if this wasn't 50%. Let's see how much 50% reaction can we have. A trend line पे what we have. Trend line पे this is a trend line का here. So closed above this. We tested it. We didn't have much of a trade here, right? It gave 392 to for just 100 pips. That is, I don't consider that a trade as well. Because trend line ka trade, it is a good trend line. Should at least have 100 200 pips per trade. Maybe at least reversal. Or maybe we should have a reversal. It didn't happen. But we're getting this trade right though. It closed above this. It tested those levels and it gave our trend line trade would look like something like this. Testing from here. It's a little risky because there are a lot of fair value gaps, but could keep under here 30 pips ka. Then look for this 100 pips ka trade. Couldn't even call it 100 pips. It's 90 pips. I mean 90 pips ka trade we could have had. If this order block is only 80 pips. Not a great trade, great trend line trade, but we could have been risk free. Even if our targets would have been very high, we could have been risk free and we could have done this trade. Could have, would have, would have. Let's just do it, no. This today was consolidation. I just stayed away a little bit. That is all. But as I told you, if you look for a trade, you could definitely find one. Because we are not trading a single strategy. We are going with intuition and understanding of the market. So there is always more to understand and more to keep relying on. So see this reaction, change of vertical reaction almost gave us 88 to 91 30 pips. So if that is giving in 15 minutes 30 pips, 5 minutes पे it's giving 30 pips का. Let's say one day पे कितना देगा? Definitely 5 minutes is what part of one day? It's like what part? 86,400 minutes. 1 by 1600 part. Oh, that much really. I didn't think that way, but it's that actually. One day pay will have we have 1 2 hours gap, so take those 2 hours and take those 5 minutes from there. No, that's seconds. No? We have 1440 minutes. So 1440 by 5, it's around the 30 at 300. It's around 300. मतलब 300 5 minutes के candles taking out 2 hours of 24 candles. Let's take out 24 candles. 20 candles. Let's take out. Then it's 280 candles per day. So per day 280 candles of 5 minutes is happening. So if 30 pips is being given in 5 minutes from a change of character level, it's how many pips? I mean, if you consider directly proportional, you should have at least 30 into uh, 30 into 200, which is unideal. Which is saying ki you should have a bigger reaction from it. So it is around 200 300 pips. This is is around 10 times, right? 30 pips ka reaction we had. So in one day, it's only fair to have 300 pips, 400 pips ka reaction. That's what we're currently seeing is 66 to 90, 300 pips ka reaction we had. We could have a little bit more reaction as well. I mean, we're just starting it out, so we could have tomorrow also we could have a bullish move and we'll have 400, 500 pips. Who knows? But that is what I'm saying. The percentages change, the pips change, but your entry remains same. Entry with a little bit buffer. If you could nail it, you can nail the markets. And the trades that I took, let's discuss those. It's pretty straightforward actually. Mm, Afternoon, I took a market structure pay. One trade I took there. I actually posted in the Telegram group as well. This was 150 pips. I did it after this, right? So it didn't hit the uh, take profit level. So I was thinking, yeah, it might hit it after whatever after forming a double bottom. So I just after forming a double bottom, we had a good reaction from there, and I just went for the buy with the stop loss very low, 30 pips per stop loss ahead and 150 pips straight, forming this highs on 50 pips ka around 160, 150 pips I captured. After that, after what happened? After that, I was looking for buying entries. It came back here, and what happened was DXY was increasing. So this move have come. I had missed a move here. See, this 5 minute took a closing below this level. Change of character has happened. So I should have sold from here for a scalp, but I didn't. So I was waiting. I was waiting for another entry as DXY was increasing at 6 o'clock somewhere. Uh, 6 o'clock पे हाँ 6 o'clock यहाँ पे था तो सिक्स after realizing that go the news for DXY was negative, but still the DXY was increasing. So I thought the news didn't matter a lot for it today. It was retail sales or something, so it didn't matter much. So I took an entry at this point at it's at a change of character level you can say. I just took an entry on intuition mostly. The 75 pips ka intuition pay I took the trade. Oh, that is all I can tell you. Because I missed a trade here, which could have been a great scalp. After that, this is the trade that I took on institution. I know that it will go down at least to these levels. At least that was the idea, and actually my take profit got hit, and I was out of that trade. And it did test this order block though. What order block it test? Uh, so in 1 hour too, we had an order block at this point. Right? And it's really choppy. 15 minute. I remember it being 15 minutes. Hmm. So this was the one I was talking about. I just took this trade. This is not even a real trade. It was not even real trade, but I just took it. I knew it was going to go down because after news and I was watching DXY, so what could happen, what could be the scalp, and that was a scalp. And after that, it was pretty boring, and we had resistance from this level, and it went down, and I didn't quite understand this move. Because gold, because DXY was increasing from the start, but gold gave this move. So I was thinking maybe I should sell or not, but we didn't have a change of character. Change of character happened after this, But I did scalp a little bit after seeing this 15 minute. 5 minute if you see a lot more order blocks being formed. So see, after this or this being an order block at this point, it didn't got tested. No, it did. Yeah, see, this became an order block. It tested here, it fell. This became an order block after here, so it tested here. So okay, so this one is this they both have not been tested, and they got tested here, and we have a downside move from there. Till this is the 50% level. I mean, it should find support somewhere, and it found it at the 50% level, exactly at that point. And you know this trade, right? This is a pretty classic trade, a double bottom cut trade, or this is a I should name this trade. Name it something. How to come up with names? I'm not very great with names. Uh, yeah, that was that, and this resistance where we had this. What I'm trying to tell you is, yes, as these see whenever these order blocks has been forming, there is some intuition in lower time frames key, something is going to happen on the other side. See, if some order block is forming, this is closed, this is closed below this level, that means this has become order block, and it got tested in the next minute. What does this tell you? Even it doesn't get tested, forming an order block does tell you it has a movement. It has a movement to go downside or go towards these liquidity levels. You're getting my point. This is 5 minute. 5 minute we mostly don't watch, at least for only for entry. But when we do watch it, we understand this. The auto blocks being formed. This is a minute level analysis. And this was a pretty straightforward move. The XY increased a lot. Gold has to decrease its value. Of course, its converse relation. Then, then this move was pretty clear. Also, it could be a trend line move. It could be taken as 50% move, or what else? It would be taken a liquidity as well, but liquidity is way over here. So I will stick to trend line and Fibonacci coverage. Even if you didn't take the trade there, so this what happened? Ki one day pay it should show. One day pay it should show 50% pay. I have gave a reaction from there. One day has not completed. That means all this level, whenever it comes back to these levels, it will show its bullish character. So if you are so much on risk, if you want to risk, could risk this. And I'm telling you, this would be the best risk because it should follow. In one day, it should show. Yes, yep, 50% paid came back. I would have done this trade. Hands down, this is even though we have 60, 70 pips stop loss, because it's a one day reaction, it should show up in one day. I would take my chances, no? 50% it should show its reaction. How will it show? It definitely won't be closing down here. So I'm pretty sure this is how it's gonna go. That is the kind of trades you should be able to take. But 50%, yeah, this should have been taken. This should have been at least capped. Mm. I told you today was consolidation, so I didn't bother much. But these are the trades that we could have taken. This is also auto block trade we could have taken. But it's like buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. I have one intuition there. I was into buying at the start of the day. See, I bought on 50 pips. I bought. Then I was looking for sales at here. at the times of news. I was looking for buys, but buys point didn't happen. This happens. We have W as well. Some people love to trade W's. I don't know how they trade that. See, this is W. It doesn't seem to go up, but it's going down. Right. That is not price action. Price action is what you understand from it. 5 minute it's not that understandable. So here we are in order block. I mean that is a great indication. Has it tested this? Oh, this could be something big. Has it tested this? No, it has not. So mhm, I probably think it will consolidate here. But if you would have taken this trade, that was a W trade there. Yeah, that is a today's analysis for gold. Analysis remains the same. Just understand the charts, understand what is doing. See, even after the moves have been finished, see, this is a move that's, let's say, the people think, oh, I missed the buying. No, there is another move. See, there is market structure move that is happening here at this point. 5 minutes if you see. Here also we have market structure. Here also we have market structure. See, that is how I took the trade. So wait for it. There are plenty of opportunities out there. Wait for it and trade them properly with the good risk management. That is what this was. People were thinking, I missed this trade, I missed this trade. You did not miss anything. Just you will just have a lesser profits than who have bought here. But that's fine. You have a good risk to reward ratio, or you will have a good aura because you can you have supports here. That is a good aura. No, that is better than buying at these levels because it's uncertain. यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी it can start to react. But here also it can start to react. Here also it can start to react. It's difficult to sense where it will do that. But this one, I told you Fibonacci का, if you see 60% पे ये आ रहा था. That is pretty straightforward. We'll name a strategy after me. This strategy, Fibonacci manipulation. That is all for today. Analysis was straightforward. Consolidation analysis. So it took a bit long because I have to go through all these levels and tell you what is happening, why this support is happening, why this support is happening. फिबोनाची का मैनिपुलेशन है सपोर्ट, ये सपोर्ट तो ट्रेड है जो 75 लेवल का ट्रेड सॉरी, हाँ फिबोनाची का मैनिपुलेशन ये सपोर्ट है, ये 75 लेवल का है. फिर ये वीक का भी सपोर्ट है जो डबल बॉटम बनाना चाहता है. ये वाला I need to tell you this and this, why we have not closed below this levels, why there is a lot of fair value gap, it covered only this much. These are all the questions and these are all the answers because it's 50% level. So this is how you justify them, and in the future, this is how you take the trades. So is there trend line forming? Because I'd love to see if trend line is forming. Mm, Smaller trend lines, let's not believe them. Let's have bigger trend lines to believe. We could actually have a selling the trade if DX was moving. It's also given up. But very good move in DX1. Very absolutely great. Mm, that is all for today. We'll come back tomorrow with maybe we'll have a good price action tomorrow and break out of these levels, get out of 400s, 300s, and get to 420. Upside, upside we have some levels we could take from. This resistance level also we have. We could take a scalp from there. Yeah, we could take a lot of things. I'll post the trades in the Telegram. So do follow our Telegram channel and do subscribe to Trading Maze, and I'll keep rolling out the updates. That is it for today. Long session, but it was worth it. Understanding consolidation, what to trade and what not to trade, understanding the new strategies. So uh, let me tell you what are the strategies we have defined till now. We have defined Fibonacci manipulation. This was the Fibonacci manipulation. In a different chart, I was explaining the Fibonacci manipulation. Yeah, this was the Fibonacci manipulation cut rate, magic blocks, blue color, whatever we've drawn in the blue color, those are magic block rates, magic blocks. So magic blocks, or we could call them starter blocks because they are the starting of a day, right? So starter blocks, breaker blocks, starter blocks. Does sound phony. Yeah, we could call it that. Anything you would prefer. It's just a strategy, right? So what else? What else did we form? Yeah, those are the two new strategies. Let's try to take trades on them as well. Backtest those strategies and take trades on them, and we'll have a nicer confirmations for the future. That is all for today. Today was a good session. Uh, lot more to learn, lot more to understand. Not a pretty straightforward day. It is uh, whoever is not understanding what's happening in the market, they could have lost a lot of money there. Yes, in consolidation, it does happen. But when you're using risk-free strategy, then it's possible for you to uh, make those losses as very less as possible. Yes, actually, we had a loss today. I don't know where it was. Where it is. Loss, matlab that is risk-free, of course. We don't. We never had a direct loss ever. I don't seem to remember last time when we had that. Probably 2 or 3 months ago. We didn't have. We always do this free hours power trade, so we didn't have a lot of losses at all. Maybe I have some losses scalping or something. They're just testing it. We're testing it out. But in trades, we are break even mostly. I mean, break even at least. A lot of terms. Okay, so let's close this session. Mm, Tomorrow we have news. We have news, right? Yes. Wednesday we have JPB for news. We don't trade JPB, and we have USD unemployment claims. Forecast is 246K. Previous was 248K. So that is good for USD, but it actually depends upon the actuals rate. If actuals come higher, then gold will move up because it's not good for the US economy. If actuals comes lower, then it's good for US and gold will move down. Uh, yeah, that's unemployment claims is a strong news, so I think we should have a news implication on that. And actually, tomorrow You might be surprised. You might be surprised. We have federal. Oh, tomorrow is Fed rate. Oh, I did not see that. And tomorrow it's a blaster for us. Oh, let's get ready for tomorrow. No? Tomorrow I'll make analysis a little bit faster, and we'll get into it. Tomorrow we can take at it will be at 11:30. So the same time as we are live at that point. So we can take trades at that point. Let's do that. Tomorrow be live at I'll be live at 10 o'clock. So news is 11:30. I can't stream that long. Uh, Maybe let's have it at 11. 10:45. Let's have it at 10:45. We'll start stream at 10:45. And 11:30 we'll have news. We'll see price action, what it's doing. Then let's take trades. It probably depends upon this. What is the percentage? 4.5 percentage is previous and 4.5 is forecasted. If it changes even a little bit, we could see great movement in gold. Little bit matlab even 25% point percent का change we see, it will be so much good for gold. I mean, so much momentum from the gold. Good, I can't say. Depends upon which side you are seeing. So tomorrow we'll look for it, and tomorrow there must be a bigger candle. Let's see it. Will it form it above 450s or below 350s? That is two ways it could go. We could have 1,000 bit per candle, and that is all. If any trades are there in the morning, uh, I could give you trades right now for tomorrow, but it's a little choppy. Let's wait for a little bit more confirmation. I told you we're in bullish. This was a good trade. कंसोलिडेशन पे ही हम इतने ट्रेड्स ले रहे थे 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This was the trade that got hit. What was it? Mhm. Let's discuss this trade and end this. This was I entered. Why did I enter? So this was yesterday. Okay, sorry. This was yesterday ka optional trade. No, sorry, not this one. Somewhere I took a trade. I It was a break even risky trade. I'll show you tomorrow in my phone. It is in my phone. It's all right. It's not. It was an intuition trade as well. So this is trades that you should remember. Tomorrow FOMC will have good movement, bigger candles, bigger price, good price action. Then we'll trade. Okay. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice night. Come back tomorrow. Let's trade. That is all for today. Take care. Subscribe to our channel. Follow our Telegram group. We'll post updates there, and be trading with Maza. Bye bye.